Today we're going to talk about the power of leveling up. It's amazing as you go up in the different levels of a building. As you go from the first floor to the second floor, the ceiling for the first floor becomes the floor for the second floor. That's the same way in life. The circumstances that you go through will become the floor or the foundation for the success that you're creating. A lot of times we look at when we're thinking that we're being buried by people's negative thoughts, people's negative actions, whether you lost a job, whether somebody said something bad about you, whether somebody did something to hurt you, and you look at those circumstances and you think that all is gone, you are done, you're out for the count. But what happens a lot of times is that those circumstances where you think that you're being buried, you're actually being planted. And as you look at the circumstances as opportunities where you're being planted, then you grow into a mighty oak tree. You grow into the person that you're destined to be. There's something really miraculous or something really awesome happens when we grow. If you're somebody who gives $5, the moment you start giving $100, things start changing. The way you look at things, the way you think about a blessing, the way you think about the multiplication, the way you think about abundance totally changes. And as a result of that total change, things start gravitating into your life that never would have gravitated into your life before. When you start giving like $500, that changes completely again. The first time you ever give away or share or bless something or an organization with $1,000, your whole outlook of finances totally changes. That poverty mindset that once held you back, all of a sudden just starts breaking off of you. And as that break is off of you, you realize that you could walk into the life of abundance. You could go about into the life of abundance. You could live a blessed life. When you realize that circumstance when you lost that job or that circumstance when somebody two-timed you was actually an opportunity that birthed something new, that caused you to step outside of your comfort zone and become the person that you're destined to be, then is when you truly start growing. So we're looking at what's happening around us, and we're looking at all this pandemic and all the different avenues of different things that are happening around us. And we're looking at it and we're saying, whoa, look at all what's happening. Look at all what's going on. Woe is me, as some people will say. But what you do, you look at it and you look at it as an opportunity for growth. You look at it as an opportunity where you're stuck at home, if you're stuck at home and not working, and you could learn something. In a lot of cases, you're getting paid the same while you're at home, and you can learn something. You can expand on your talents. You could learn something new. You could look at your profession and you could learn something that will catapult you forward. You could learn something that will take you from point A to point B. You got to learn the power of leveling up. When you lose a group of friends, a lot of times it's a blessing, because what it does, it opens up avenues for you to make new friends. And if you hang with people who are growing and people who knows how to grow, they will not give you hands out. They will always give you a hand up. So as they give you a hand up, you start getting better and better and better at what you do. And as you start getting better and better at what you do, you could see the changes that are occurring in your life. I was out exercising, and I was exercising. And while I was exercising, I was so excited about this whole notion of speaking on the power of leveling up that I said, forget it. I won't even wait until tomorrow morning that I usually make my video. I decided I was going to sit down right now while it was fresh in my spirit and make this video. People may wash their tongues up and down your back, saying every negative thing they could say about you. People would say that you will never be able to accomplish your goals. People will say that you will never mount up to anything. People will lollygag about you and say every manner of evil thing they could say about you. But I want to tell you one thing, shake it off. And as you shake it off, plant your feet in the ground and use this time, use this opportunity to grow. Use this time and use this opportunity to be somebody. Use this time and use this opportunity to level up. When people say things, say, so what? And move on. And when they tell you you can't do something, just look at them clear in the eye and say, watch me. When I say watch me, I'm not saying when you do it, you go around and you put it in their face. Look what I did. Trust me. If you're doing something great, they will know you're doing something great because they'll see the byproduct of what you're doing. You know, it's almost like a plane traveling in the air and you see the trail smoke. That's what happens when greatness starts being birthed. It creates a trail smoke and it leads to where it's coming from. So you don't have to go smuggling in anybody's face and brag and then say, look what I've done. You just keep being you. Keep developing you. Keep growing you. Keep being that echo, that beacon of success that you are. And keep going around and helping other people succeed. And truly, as you help as many people get what they want, you will always get what you want. Talk is cheap. Action is really hard. A lot of times we could look at different memes and we could look at all the different things and you could share them as much as you want on Facebook. You could share them as much as you want to echo what you're thinking. But nothing truly brings about change until you start doing the doing. It's in the actions, it's in the doing that the greatness is birthed. And as greatness is birthed, your psychological state, your emotional state, your physical state, your spiritual state, your physical state, your economic state, and everything grows in proportion. And as it grows into proportion, when people start throwing lemons at you, you start catching them and you start making lemonade. When eggs start being thrown at you and cracking all over you, instead of fussing, you start scooping up that egg, catching it, and start making omelets. You make omelets. You create greatness from what people are doing to you. You create greatness from the circumstances that are around you. When something tough, when the cupboards dry up, then you realize, hey, I got to do something different. I got to adjust my budget. I have to create a budget. I need creative ideas to utilize that will cause me to grow and cause me to be what I'm created to be. Success will never come to you wrapped in a gift package. It will never come to you nicely wrapped in a packet with a bow on top of it. In order to succeed in life, you have to grow. In order to grow, you have to grow you first. You have to change the way you think. You have to change the way you act. You have to change the way you interact with people. Greatness has to flow out of you. And as that river of greatness flows out of you, that river of greatness brings about transformation in other people's lives. There are many people who are going to watch this video right here, and their lives are going to be changed as a result of it. They're going to go out there charged, ready to do something different. I may not even know them. They might even send me a note and say thank you. Might not never met them again in my entire life. But the fundamental fact, it gave them the matching step for them to go forward. That in and of itself makes me excited. Because that's how greatness is done. Greatness doesn't require you patting on their back and say, hey, look what you did. Oh, wow, that's such a wonderful job. Being great and leveling up dictates that you go out there and you pour into other people's lives and you help other people grow irregardless of what happens as a result. You pour because you're just naturally and being that pouring agent, you are naturally an oasis where grace and love pours out. And as that grace and love pours out, lives are transformed as a result of it. So go out there. Learn to be you. Go out there and enjoy and have an awesome growth day. Go out there and love on others. And don't forget, hit the subscribe button below. Hit the subscribe button below. And as you hit the subscribe button below, don't forget to select the bell. And as you select the bell, whenever I add a future video, it will alert you as to that video so you could watch the wonderful contents. And feel free to share this with as many people as you can. Share all my videos. Share the fire out of them. Because all what my heart's desire is to show you that you too can level up.